Okay, Judah Ross with Bastrop Real Estate Group. I'm going to do a quick video on buying a new build or new construction in Bastrop County. So there's a few different options that we have over here. And I would say the most popular one right now is going to be the Colony. So this is a very large subdivision that there's two sections here. There's an older section that's mostly been built out, and then there's a newer section over here that is in the process of being built out. And there are many dozens of homes that are always available there on inventory. I was just touring it this past weekend, and there's a lot of different builders that are working there as well. So we'll go through some of that. It's very close to SpaceX, which is a lot of the employees moving out here for boring for SpaceX choose to move in the colony. There's a lot of great things about it. Um, another in a new build subdivision is Double Eagle or Double Eagle Ranch, a little further west. It's close to the river. It's going to be a little further from town, but you do get a lot of space for your money. And if you are commuting into Austin, but you still want to be near Bastrop, this might be a good option. We have another one down here. I did a video on this the other day, a little drive-through called Railhead in Cedar Creek. And this is great if you love RVs. Um, Many of the homes there include full-size attached RV garages, which is something new I haven't seen before. But some real nice homes. I think they're like um, half acre lots. And we'll go through all of these. We'll look at some of the pricing, see what you get, talk about some of the amenities. And then the last, I would say, big subdivision I have over here is Tahitian. This is one of my favorites. Tahitian is is great. There's pros and cons to I think each one of these, but one of the great things about Tahitian is that each lot is individually owned, and there's no master developer. There's no one builder. There's dozens, maybe hundreds of different builders that build here, and a lot of them are building spec homes to put on the market. And then I'd say the last and fifth option is what I'll call just the other or random. And that's throughout Bastrop, towards Smithville, up north here in the Pines a little bit, towards Camp Swift. There's going to be areas where individual builders are just going to buy some land, maybe quarter acre, maybe an acre, and they'll put a home on it, build it spec, and try and sell it. So we'll talk about all of these a little bit more in depth, and if you are interested, I'd love to help you buy one of these. So let's go to the MLS. So this is as of October 30th. These are the homes that are currently available, new construction that are available in the market in the Bastrop area. So the first one we'll start with over here, we'll zoom in a little bit, is going to be Double Eagle. Now, Double Eagle is off of 71. It's in the Cedar Creek area. You take Old 71. There's a few different older subdivisions that were built out here, and Double Eagle itself has been built for a few years. So this is getting to be the final phase, and as usually happens with these types of places, the longer it goes, the smaller the lots get. Sometimes the more expensive it gets, but with this market, you're finding some really good deals out there. So you'll see there's still some of the big acre lots that are being built here, and then we have, if you want to get into the um, really nice price range, you're going to get for like around 400. You're going to get these smaller ones, which look like they're closer to a quarter acre. So the bigger ones are going to be we'll say around 700. The smaller ones are going to be around 400. But let's take a look. Okay. So, starting on the low end over here, we've got, let's see, like for example, 124 short-toed swoop. Well, you're getting a huge amount of space. It is a two-story, but you're getting 2,800 square feet for about $140 per square foot. And let's take a look at this. So nice, pretty standard new builds. It's built by Meritage Homes. They do, I don't know if they built in the Colony, but they build a lot around here. I think they have a good product. Um, so it's going to be 5 bedrooms. So, that's fantastic. You got a big family. You will, and it's got two bedrooms on the main store on the main floor, which is lovely as well. So if you have parents, elderly parents, or someone who's less mobile, who's going to be staying as a guest, they can stay on the bottom floor along with the primary suite. As you can see through the window, again, these are not acre lots. You're looking right at your neighbors, so that's more of a standard subdivision, and it's just about a fifth of a point two acres. Um, Decent sized backyard. You've got a privacy fence. But let's go back, see some of the other options. Now, on the higher end here, if we wanted to get into the bigger ones, we'd say, for example, take a look at 4 for 2 Double Eagle. So this is on 3/4 acres, and this one doesn't look like it's built yet. This is built by Scott Felder. So I think Scott Felder and Meritage are the two builders out there. Scott Felder builds some very nice homes. Um, well, we can take a look at the floor plan here. So this is going to be also 3/4 acres, 2,900 square foot. So you're approaching like 2,000 square feet, but again, price per square foot, you're looking at 240 over here. Um, you're going to have some nicer amenities. You'll have like taller ceilings. Um, Obviously, it's just going to be bigger. Something to know about these places, and I'm curious if the smaller one. So they're not going to have natural gas. Um, they're not. They don't have city utilities. So you usually have like independent, um, or more of like the rural utility providers. The smaller ones do have a public sewer, and this is not a big deal, but it is something to keep in mind. These larger ones here are going to be on septic, but you're not going to have gas out there. Tax rate. So this is in the county, not in the city, and it's not in a um, water improvement district or in a PID or anything like that. So you're going to have pretty low taxes. It's 1.5 in the county here. So that's quite nice. For Central Texas, that's pretty low. And then your HOA is going to be 350, which is comparatively pretty normal. These homes have been on the market for quite a bit. Looks like they've got a decent amount of inventory that's sitting there. So I can tell you from personal experience, I could probably get you a good deal on that. They're probably pretty motivated to get them sold. Let's see if there's anything else. Back again. So for around the low 400s, you're going to get the low 400s. You're going to you're looking at around 150 per square foot, and then again, smaller lots closer together, probably the quality of the build is going to be a little bit less, and then you're getting into the around 700 in the 700s. We'll say the high 6, low 700s. You're looking at on average around 230 per square foot. Again, when you go to two-story, you're always going to get more space um, for your money. Some people like two stories, some people don't. But and we'll take a look, see if they have a website up. The Legal Ranch, Braun Homes. I don't know if they're still building out there. Looks like it's mostly Felder and Meritage at this point. But again, Scott Felder builds some really nice. And the taxes were actually just lowered, I think, the past year or two. Here's their inventory on their website. They've had some good price reductions. A few different types of floor plans. And Raptor Peak, community information. So your schools, you're in the Bastrop. So you're in BISD, you'll be going to Bluebonnet Elementary, Cedar Creek Middle School, Cedar Creek High School, Aqua Water, Bluebonnet Electric, and we can take a look at the distance. So like I said, it's going to be more remote than some of the other communities here that we're going to look at. You're kind of you're closer to Austin, but it's still a distance, and you're further away from um, Bastrop. So to get to like downtown Bastrop, where we have all of our dining and eating, lovely, lovely place. You're looking at a 20-minute drive, and say to get to HEB. Well, let's look at HEB Bastrop. You're looking about 20 minutes. So it's a decent drive to get out there. But if you're going to downtown Austin, it's a little bit closer. It's 30 minutes, whereas for much of Bastrop, you're looking at more like 40 minutes. Again, that's with clear traffic. Okay, so let's go to our next subdivision, and I'm going to start with, to me, the less interesting ones, or less exciting for me. Let's clear this out. Okay. And we will progress to the ones that will progress to the Colony and to Tahitian Village. So we'll do property condition, new construction, go to map, and I'll do that. Okay, so this is the I think it's called Trails at Railhead. I thought it was Trailhead, but this is a Richmond American Homes. It is right near Voss Parkway. It's right near the Cedar Creek Middle School. There's elementary school over here as well. Again, this one, really unique feature, which I can see some people really liking, is because most HOAs you're not allowed to park. You're not allowed to park an RV, and a lot of people have RVs. Well, this one has covered RV parking. So let's take a look. Now, I don't know if these are all completed, or a lot of the ones they put up are on their way to completion. But let's take a look at one that is completed. Well, let's just see first. So, what are you getting over here? You're okay. So they're all half-acre lots. Um, and then they're all going to be in we'll say in the low 400s on average. And for a one-story, you're getting right around 200, um, 200 per, $200 per square foot. And for the two stories, um, getting a little bit lower than that. Looks like they have some as low as like 180, 160. Let's take a look at this one, if that's complete. So 266 Great Northern Drive. Um, this is a single story. You get four bedrooms, four beds, three full baths. Take a look at the pictures. Could have done better on the pictures here. But it looks quite nice. I haven't sold any Richmond American homes. I think they don't do a ton of. I think this is their first project out in Bastrop. Let's see if we can take a look at one of these that has those really cool RV garages. Here we go. Look at that giant garage. I just find it interesting, but I, people are buying these. It's location wise, it's pretty convenient. But if your kid goes to school there, then that's super easy. They could probably even walk. If you're working in Austin, Bastrop, I don't even that's Cedar Creek. Okay, so 35 minutes to Austin, 14 minutes to Bastrop, so you're a little closer to downtown, and 15 minutes to downtown. And that's going to be this is the Railhead subdivision. Okay, shape. All right, let's move on to the Colony. So the Colony, if you're looking to buy new build, say you're working for SpaceX and you're moving in here and you need to buy a home stat and you want something new, a Colony is likely going to be where you're going to go. So right now, looks like according to MLS, we have 29 homes available, and uh, we'll start. Okay. So on the low end, so again, I said there's two sections to the Colony. So this is going to be what we'll call the new Colony. And those are going to start at 400, but 500 is where you're going to see most of them priced. And there's a few different builders out there, some really good ones. And you're looking at, let's say for a single story, I would say on average, maybe around 250 per square foot. And your two stories, you're going to get closer to 200. So a little bit more expensive, but Colony has a lot to provide. Unlike the other ones, I'm not sure Double Eagle has any amenities. Um, I don't believe it does actually. Um, But the Colony's got a ton of amenities. Um, so let's take a look at some of the different homes here. So this this is the older section, and as I mentioned, this has mostly been built out. These are um, acre, sometimes a little bit acre plus, homesteads, all on septic. Really around 3,000 square foot is pretty average. Um, and they've mostly been built and mostly been sold. Um, but there are some on the resale market, and they're going to be around 700. Some are in the 600s over here. Lovely homes, not too old, decade and a half at most. Most of them are pretty well maintained. I've sold a few of those, so there's some great opportunities there. But if you're looking at the new builds, the only one that still has homes here is going to be Sitterle, and that is more on the higher end. On average, it's going to be around 530. Tirada and Sitterle. Let's take a look at a Sitterle one over here. Let's see. He's got this one I think I just looked at. So you get it's fifth of an acre, 298 per square feet. So that's a little pricey, 1834. They're very nice builds. Not floor to ceiling, but lots of natural light. There's some really nice touches. A little bit more space than you're going to get in the newer section of the Colony, and I think a little bit of a higher end build. And I think it's the same on both sides, but the HOA is not cheap. Your tax rate is also higher. It's higher than living in the city, and that's because there's a PID. We built out the water infrastructure was all done through a PID, so you'll be paying that off for a couple of decades. But for you do get a lot for your money. In terms of like the amenities that the Colony has to offer. But most of the homes you'll be looking at are going to be over here. So this like lake over here is kind of um, what divides the two areas. So we've got Scott Felder out here coming in with a fifth of an acre, 2,300 square feet, 220 per square foot. See if they have any with more pictures. And not everything is in here. We can take a look at some other places to see what the inventory is. Here's another Scott Felder. Again, you're getting into more standard subdivisions. You're going to be closer together. You're going to be you're going to have smaller lots, but they're very nice builds. Still quite a bit of privacy. So this is 0.14 acres. This is a David Weekley home. So this is a 2-story, 2,400 square foot, and you're 177 per square foot. Nice recessed lighting. So give you an idea of, you don't have a ton of space. You got maybe 10 feet between houses. Let's take a look at So you've got Scott Felder Homes is out there, Weston Homes, LGI I don't think is building. Perry's got some really nice ones. I was just looking at those, and I'm quite a fan. Weston Homes is also building out there. There's an Ashton Woods. Starts from the 390s. Most are going to be closer to 500. But all of these are offerings just some, well, they have quite a few in the 400s, I should say. Mid 400s. They're offering lots of incentives. And again, I built relationships with many of the salespeople there and can really get you the best price. Doesn't cost anything extra. They pay realtor commissions. I've been able to work out some really good deals. I'm also able to get them to really start bidding against each other because they want to get the repeat business. They want me to be bringing more clients to them. But um, again, give me a call. Happy to take you on some tours, organize it, give you the inside scoop on all the different builds, what to look out for. But so 2049. I like it. They keep it simple. This is just the square footage. So a little bit smaller, 2,000 square feet. And this is for Perry Homes. And then if we just want to see the overall colony. So you got David Weekley, but I can get you into homes for mid 300s, maybe even low 300s. If you want something nice, plan to spend some really nice, more space, plan to spend in the mid 400s. So we have Ashton Woods, Terrata, Sitterle Homes, David Weekley, Perry Homes. They're all pretty unique, and the colony does a good job about, enforcing variety, but it still is a, master plan subdivision. Ashton Woods is probably going to be the cheapest. You will see that reflected in the quality, but you probably get your best bang for your buck over there. One of the great things I'll just talk about for a little bit about buying new build is going to be financing. So, whereas market rates right now are around 6.5, they're kind of creeping up to 6.75. Many of these builders are taking $20,000, $30,000 and they're putting it towards buying down interest rates. And this is not just like a temporary 2 point, 1 point buy down. These are like 30-year conventional or FHA loans as low as 4.5. I think one of them's even doing like 4%. So that's quite a big incentive to have. Um, and then there's, closing costs. Some of these are zero down. You want to watch out for this, and you want a good agent who's on your side and making sure that everything is square. But you're gonna get you can get some really great financing. Colony they have, I think, at least 3 pools. I know there's one in the old one and at least 2 in the new one. They've got beautiful parks. There's trails, there's disc golf, of course. Um, let's see what they say. So disc golf, Lake House Park. So Stephen F. Austin is in the original one, and then you got Prairie Vista and Overlook, I think, in the new one. But the pools, I saw they were still open, so it's nice late into the season. It's hot, and the pools should stay open. Um, and when I drive by, they never look too crowded. But lots of walking trails, um, lots of great parks, and at least for elementary school, they have the Colony Oaks, which is located right in the subdivision, which is super convenient. And then for the gated section, okay, that's how they refer. The old colony is the gated section. Um, as of now, you can still drive through, but you'll be in Cedar Creek schools, and then the new colony you're going to be in the Bastrop schools for middle and for high school. Okay, last one we're going to look at is going to be Tahitian Village. Tahitian, all of these are, for the most part, are located outside of city limits. And again, a benefit of that is lower taxes over here. So in Tahitian Village right now, we've got 37 new builds on the market. They are still going up. And as I mentioned, you're going to find a lot of variety there. Now, in terms of, that's in terms of like the style of build. In terms of the size, pretty much every one of them, with some exceptions here, are going to be on quarter-acre lots. That's a standard Tahitian Village lot. For the most part, they're going to be 3.2s. And as you get into the higher range, you'll find some others. 16 to 1800 square feet is very common, and you're coming out on average. I've done a bunch of CMAs there recently, but it's going to be around 230 per square foot. Now, we'll take a look at a few of these, and you'll see what I mean. They're all different builders. So this builder's name is CNK Divine. This builder, Christopher David, he builds quite a few homes there. This is Vic Reyes. J Builders. West Creek Homes. So I'd say at most, an individual builder might have out of this inventory 2 or 3 available, but most of them are just going to be different builders. Here's another Christopher David. Now again, as I mentioned, you're going to see some some more unique styles, but there is kind of a style that has developed that you'll see a lot of them have. Let's see. I'm going to show mine, of course. I'll give you an example. So I have this one on the market right now. 181 Pohakaloa, JCI Construction. He's built quite a few in Tahitian, but most of these builders are going to build, 1 or 2 at the time. They build one and then they move on to the next. He lives in Tahitian, been in the industry a very long time. And I would say, this one in particular is a higher quality build. We're listed at 235 per square foot, quarter-acre lot. We're just under 1,600 square feet total. So take a look. So we've got some nice elements like the at the entrance here, some large exposed wood. You have a double door. These are 10-foot or 8-foot, I should say, exterior doors. It's an extra large garage. It's a corner lot as well, which is really nice. Lots of natural light. Luxury vinyl plank throughout. It's got 10-foot ceilings. All the interior doors are solid. Soft close. It's got Calcutta marble tile in the kitchen and in the bathrooms. Some really nice lighting as well. Large pantry. Beautiful master bath. Utility room. That's partially fenced here as well. And then if we want to take a look at another one, let's take a look over here on Conopoli. This is Ivy Construction. Looks like it came on the market recently. And so this is going to be 0.33 acres, so a little larger. And I've done some videos, 215 per square foot. I've done some videos in the past about Tahitian Village, more about buying land, but I have plenty more to do. But there's different areas there. Um, it's all one big subdivision, but there's depending on like how close you want to be to the river, how close you want to be to town, um, different areas you might want to live. Let's do this real quickly just to give you an idea. I forgot to do it for the colony. So if you're commute wise, we'll go back to the colony for a second. If you're coming from the old colony, you're looking at maybe like 10, 12 minutes to downtown Bastrop, and uh, 10 minutes or so to the HEB. If you're coming from the newer section, 8, 10 minutes. And HEB is going to be about the same. So you're much closer to downtown Austin, to downtown Bastrop, and to all of the shopping. It's about 40 minutes, which is, when you live in Bastrop, it's about a 40-minute drive to Austin. That's pretty average over here. But you're part of the Bastrop community, where if you're living in Double Eagle, it's a little further out. You're kind of stuck in the middle there. And if you're living in Railhead, um, then you're also you're a little further out, but it's not too bad. And then Tahitian Village is quite lovely. So you can be as close as 8 minutes if you're kind of in the upper north section, 10 minutes or so if you're a little further closer to the river. And there's some remote areas, but it continues to be built out. But it's really nice. You get a little bit more of a vibe of being in nature. There's no amenities here, but you do have the river. They do have some pickleball courts over here, but a really good, great thing about it is there is an HOA, and they're not too strict. It's going to be less probably than the others. They do enforce some basic like building requirements and keeping it clean. There's no HOA fee. There is a $204, I believe, annual road fee. The roads are maintained by the community through the Water Improvement District. So some of the roads need more work than they have. But overall, it's maintained pretty well. Tahitian again is great. I've worked in all of these communities, and I can help you find a home in any one of them. But let's take a look at the final section I mentioned is really just we'll call the random new builds out in the middle. So Camp Swift is a community north of downtown. You get some good space. I'd say it's an evolving, growing community. There are a lot of mobile homes out there. Manufactured is going to be pretty common. You do get some more space. This is an acre. That's kind of hard to justify though, paying 270 square feet $270 per square foot for an acre in a mobile home. In Circle D, Casey Estates, this place is quite lovely. I'm a big fan of it. And so you get a half-acre lot over here. Should put some sod down. 215 per square foot. Alverterio Mercado. So again, you'll get just different types of builders that go out here. Austin City Custom Homes. This is nice. 260 per square foot. This is on an acre, so this could be really nice. Slightly elevated. Wow, I like this home. This is in Circle D. We can go out to Smithville if you're comfortable being a little further away, and there's some really cute ones. There was a subdivision out there, but it's mostly been, I think it's been built out. 0.15 acres, 200 per square foot. Another one down here on Zapalak. This is a manufactured home, though. But you're getting 5 acres. But we'll talk about an acre, 5 acre plus lots, a different video. So just to recap, we talked about Double Eagle, good price per square foot, closer to Austin and the airport, further away from Bastrop, kind of right in the middle. We had Railhead with our RV garages over here. Similar situation, a little bit further from town, but you get a good bang for your buck. You get some good space. Colony is probably going to be the most popular for new builds. Lots of builders there. A lot of different options. A lot of different price ranges. Some really great amenities. Great community, and you're close to Bastrop and Tahitian Village, with a lot more variety, a little bit more of a rural feel, not as stringent or expensive an HOA, and close to nature. But that can be, that's maybe not what everyone, a little less developed too. So not what everyone is wanting. But if you're interested in any of these, please shoot me a call or text. My cell is 512-998-1957. And again, I'm Judah Ross with Bastrop Real Estate Group, your new construction home expert in Bastrop and Bastrop County, surrounding areas, and I'd love to help you out. So take care.